Hi, Horizon Middle School. This is Mr. Zollner talking, and today I'm just going to be touching on cyberbullying, all the important details that you need to know as a middle schooler here. So the first thing we need to talk about is, what is cyberbullying? Well, cyberbullying is bullying that takes place using technology. So it's like bullying, but you're using technology. This is done through cell phones, computers, tablets, even smartwatches, pretty much anything that connects to the internet. And this is typically done on social media is the biggest one. So TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, those are the key ones where we see cyberbullying happening a lot. It also happens in texting and Google Chat and Google Meet and on anonymous websites as well. So you might be wondering, well, what counts as cyberbullying? Does this count? Does this count? And the answer is probably yes. Anything that hurts or upsets people, that's embarrassing, threatening, harassing, or demeaning, are all considered cyberbullying. This includes inappropriate remarks, mean comments, sexual comments, or anything where it's a rumor that's getting passed on and on. So overall, just something to think about is, if you aren't 100% positive that it isn't going to upset someone, you probably shouldn't post it. If you even think that this one or two people might get mad about this, it's not worth it. So what is included in this? So this is all of the specific names for things that we see in cyberbullying. So cyberbullying can include exclusion, where you are purposely excluding someone just to be mean. Another one is harassment, where you're intentionally saying comments. Outing is another one we see, where people are publicly posting embarrassing things about other people without that person's permission. Freeping is kind of a funny sounding term, but that is actually that's a term for when someone hacks into someone else's account and is posting inappropriate things under that other person's profile. On top of this, creating fake profiles of someone else and saying rude, mean, inappropriate things, that is also cyberbullying, as well as dissing. You might have heard that term. So that's posting mean information about another student, obviously without their permission. And there's some other ones: trolling, cyberstalking, trickery, and catfishing, that are common, but not nearly as common as what we see with the ones above. So, does it even matter? Is cyberbullying even that big of a deal? Yes, it does matter. From 2010 to 2016, all categories of cyberbullying have increased, so it's only gotten worse and worse. And in fact, 6 out of 10 kids that have been bullied or cyberbullied say it was because of their appearance. And to be honest, can we really control the way we look? Probably not. 7 out of 20 students, so about 3 or 4 out of 10 kids, have actually sent a screenshot of someone else's status or photo to laugh at them with that purpose. And on top of that, girls are 2 times as likely to be victims of cyberbullying, but they're also 2 times as likely to be the perpetrators, the ones that actually do the cyberbullying. And some of you might be thinking, well, it's freedom of speech, I can say what I want. Well, in school, not exactly. There have been many students that have actually been suspended or expelled for cyberbullying in the past. And it has gone as far as to, going to court and trying to sue the school district, and they usually lose because they're doing things that are extremely inappropriate. So cyberbullying is disruptive to our school, student learning, and our safety. And yes, this is the big thing that students need to keep in mind. Even if it's done, if things you say online are done off school grounds or outside of the school day, or even on your personal device, it can still be considered cyberbullying if it's causing a big school disruption. So of course there are logical consequences with this, and they're certainly not worth it. So they can range from, a small infraction might be a warning, and it can work its way up to suspensions or being transferred out of your pod or out of the homeroom teacher or even out of school if it gets really to that point, along with expulsions. To make it even worse, there could actually be lawsuits involved, as well as criminal charges brought against you. So just something to keep in mind as well, that there are logical consequences for those actions. So we want to be doing the smart thing. If you are a victim or you're someone that's witnessed or see cyberbullying, you are going to want to report it to your teachers or trusted adults, as well as taking screenshots as evidence so you can collect proof. It's a lot easier for you to prove something if you have that data right in front of you on your phone. On the actual apps or sites, you're going to want to report that behavior or post or comment and then block that person. On a more personal level, you really want to be there for the cyberbullied person. Send them a nice Snapchat or a text just saying, hey, I'm here for you. What they said isn't true. You're a good person, things like that. That would really be super helpful. You and people around you can also work to outweigh the negative comments with positive ones, so that the people on these feeds, they're seeing more positive than they are negative. And finally, you want to tell them to stop. You don't want to further encourage this conversation. And the most important thing is don't give up. Just because one of these things did not work doesn't mean you shouldn't keep trying and be persistent. You should always be persistent with these things. So the golden rule to keep in mind is empathy. Treat others how you want to be treated. Right? Be a kind human. And I'll sort of just leave you with this last line. If you're thinking of posting something or saying something and you wouldn't say it to your grandmother or grandfather's face in person, or your mother or your father, chances are you really shouldn't post it. It's probably not something that's worth your time and effort to post. So these were just some of the basics about Horizon Middle School and our cyberbullying policies, and some things just to really be aware of and think about. So if any of these things were really you're kind of curious about these things and want to learn more, just let me know, and I can certainly help you in getting to these sources where I found all of this super important information. So again, my name is Mr. Zollner, and Spuds, let's have a great day.